It is February 22nd, 2025, and this is Rebel Rundown. I'm your host, Andrew Stroud. After another heartbreaker, this time it is to the Colorado State Rams. UNLV falls to 14-13 on the season, and in conference they are 8-8. Colorado State rises to 18-9 overall and 12-4. Which seals them in the third seed as far as rankings go in the conference so far on this date, because San Diego State and Boise State are tied for fourth place at 11-5. We fall down. We are still sixth place. I have a good feeling that whoever wins in the state game at Thomas and Mack, UNLV or Nevada, they are going to get that sixth spot. Doesn't really matter, though, because the sixth spot, they still have to play in the very first day of the Mountain West tournament. It's 6 through 11. Top 5 get a day off. They only have to play 3 games if they want to go all the way. 6 through 11 have to play 4. It's just utterly depressing, and it's just how it is. And the very first thing I think of is free throws, and it might not have been the worst free throw shooting game overall. In general, we shot 41% from the line, which honestly doesn't sound bad for how it looked. I mean, I know in the first half, we were 0 for 6, 0% in the first half from the free throw line. I know that Bear Cherry, he made like 3 or 4 free throws in a row, and that made like 4 of the 7 that we made, but that was 7 out of 17. That's 41%. And you can't be doing that when you were playing a Colorado State team who had 85% from the free throw line. And a lot of those free throws were from the last moments in the game where they were getting fouled, and they were only in the bonus. They weren't in the double bonus, and they had to make the 1-and-1. They had to make the first one, and they did. And then they made the second one. They were 12 of 14 to the line. They were 85.7%. We were 41.2, 7 of 17. And it was just like that's literally the main thing I have. Obviously, DJ did not play tonight. It is the first game he hasn't played as a running Rebel, which is surprising because he's been injured like 3 times in the almost 2 seasons that he's been here. But that just shows how much of a heart he has. But I mean that also shows the reason that he's out is because it's a serious injury. He wouldn't be missing this game if it was just a minor one. So honestly, the only hope I have is if DJ is able to come back sometime during the tournament. You know, hope maybe if he doesn't play the first round, maybe we have a team like Wyoming that we play, or San Jose, someone like that, and hopefully we can beat them. If we don't, we're screwed. Obviously, if you lose that game, you don't even deserve to even have talks about going all the way. And I'm not saying that. We're a ridiculously horrible team because we find ways to lose games, and I talked about that last time. We lost the game 61-53, but it was not that much of a gap. We did not lose by 8 points as it seems. I mean, I heard from someone online that with 1 minute left, it was a tie game, and honestly, that sounds just about right because we just blew it. We absolutely blew it. DJ. He wasn't there, obviously, and I could tell that because early in the first 5 minutes of the game, I mean, Colorado State was up 12-2. Some people might forget about that. mean, we were down by 10, and then we made a run in the midway point of the first half and got the crowd back on their feet and got the crowd going a little bit. And then it obviously went away there in the last minute of the game, but we hung in there for the most part. Just imagine if we had DJ Thomas and Rob Whaley Jr. But you can't just make excuses for it. There were so many chances that we could have had, and we just did not. We didn't have the chance, or we had the chance, we just didn't. We didn't follow up on it, and that's the sad thing about it. Bear Cherry, when we're looking at individuals as far as UNLV, Bear Cherry, he had a great second half. I'll give him that. He made how many free throws? I'm trying to see here. It doesn't say. I would say he made either 3 or 4. He was 6 of 11 from the field. A lot of those misses were from the first half. He played a horrible first half, in my opinion. He wasn't smart in the first half. I'll just say that, but he was one of the highest scorers. The highest scorer was Jalen Bedford. He had 17 points, and he was basically the main point guard without Thomas, obviously. Hicks kind of disappointed me. He was scrappy sometimes, but it just almost felt like he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And Jaden Henley really disappointed me. He only had 1 total point. Rishwain really disappointed me. Only had 5 points, 1 3, and he had 5 rebounds and 3 assists, but when it came to like the last couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes of the game, he made stupid mistakes. I remember he missed a 3 that honestly we weren't mad at him for taking, and then he caused a. There was another charge that should have been called a charge that did not go our way. It was a blocking foul, and that was when everyone in the entire arena booed. That was a Rebel fan. That was basically the only good play he made that just didn't go our way. Other than that, Rishwain, it almost felt like his confidence was not up to par. He only shot like 3 or 4 3-pointers. I knew from the start, like he missed 1 like in the beginning, and then he didn't take another 3 until the second half. And I just was wondering, I'm like, why is he doing this? He was passing it a lot. He had a lot of good passes, but he only had 3 assists. Rishwain it was just a question mark. And he really kind of choked it at the end. He tried to make this deep 3. I mean, it looked like it was a 30-footer NBA range, and obviously it was no good. I don't even know if it hit the rim. It might have, but it didn't even look like it was close. And that was when he stole it. He stole it too, and we were down by like 4 or 5 points. He didn't need a 3, but he went for it, and it just wasn't a great shot. Everyone was like, "What the hell are you doing?" But once again, that's not the reason we are mad. Well, Rishwain, we are mad at you because of missed free throws. He missed like all 3 of the free throws he shot. He missed all of them. All of them. And the free throw shooting is really what screwed us. It screwed us. And I could be saying a lot of swear words because it was horrible. The crowd got into it whenever we made a free throw. I remember the first couple free throws that Bear made, the crowd was going crazy. It was a sarcastic cheer because it was dreadful. We were 0 for 6 in the first half, and I mean, if this isn't the most downright horrible free throw shooting as far as the overall team goes in the entire season, I don't know what season it would be. I mean, maybe the 60s? I don't know. Like, maybe when they just started, the 70s? Like, I literally don't know. This might be the worst statistical season as far as free throw percentage overall from the entire team. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. And this probably will go as one of the worst specific games this season. And I honestly can't even believe we were 41%. We were over 40%. I thought it was high 20s, low 30s. It's what it felt like, at least. And it was bad. It was really bad. And the fact that Bear Cherry was the one who made the most amount of free throws. He made like 4 of them, and that was out of the only 7 that we made out of 17. That just tells you how bad of a free throw shooting team we are. It's just so poor and so dreadful. That's a good word to describe it. It was just a dreadful free throw game, but I mean, that's just how the season goes, I guess. You can't just blame it on DJ now for the missed free throws, because DJ didn't even play this game. And now you really get to see why we missed DJ Thomas. We missed him at the beginning of the game, and we missed him at the end of the game. And that's what really describes it all. I mean, the first 5 minutes and kind of last 5 minutes of the game, DJ is the one that takes control of the game in those respected times of the game, and that is what killed us. But overall, the entire game was crappy. Even after the game, damn radio hosts, I forgot his name. I don't even remember. I miss Sandler. If you don't know him, John Sandler. I miss him. They were on the speakers of the damn arena of the Thomas and Mack. Their audio was on the speakers, which was insane, because who the hell would want to stay to watch it? I mean, I would say probably not even 50 people were still in the stands, or in their own seats, maybe even standing in the outside portion of the MAC, just listening in. No one would. Why? Okay, first off, you lost the damn game. Well, why would you even have that available? But also just blaring in the stadium, and then also, it was horrible to listen to on the drive home. You hear this loud echo because it's blaring on the speakers, and you're wondering why are they doing this? Like, this is the reason why the attendance levels are so low for such a big arena and such a historic basketball team. This is the reason. This is a perfect example of why we are not the same. It's disgraceful. It's disappointing, and it's maddening. It's maddening because of how poor of a job they do with the resources they have. They're on ESPN Las Vegas. Do something about it. Like, how about you make it good? Make it good. Or don't hire a football football oriented announcer, like why, or commentator. Why would you hire him? Why would you hire him for basketball? Like, it's okay if maybe John Sandler, he's taking a day off, then you put him in. But are you serious? Are you serious? Like, that was just one of the weirdest, like, I guess you could say, hirings, but it wasn't even a hiring. They just, first off, they did John Sandler dirty. I'm just stating facts. It's a fact that they did that man dirty. He was there for, I don't even know, probably 20 years, probably more, of doing basketball, the radio announcing of basketball, of UNLV basketball for over 20 years. And you don't even give him a chance to say goodbye on air to all the fans that have been listening to him for the past few decades. You don't even give him a chance to say goodbye. That is what pisses me off. Pisses me off about it. And then you hire someone who, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be frank with you. He sounds like a robot when he's speaking. He doesn't have any personality. And I'm going on a rant, but it's because they did John Sandler so dirty, and they didn't even really give him they didn't give us a replacement. Like, it wasn't even that John Sandler did bad. I don't know if it was some other thing, maybe social media that he might have posted. I don't know what it was that made them suddenly just let him go. They just let him go. He doesn't have a job now. I looked on his Twitter account on X. He doesn't have anything. It says on his page, it says former UNLV announcer. That's all it says. It doesn't. He's not with CBS. He's not with Fox. He's not anything. ESPN, nothing. That's how dirty UNLV did it for him. It's just stupid. It's stupid. And that's just one of the examples of why our attendance is so low for basketball games. It doesn't matter that our basketball team sucks. Our marketing sucks. Our overall, our staff kind of stinks. Kruger might get fired. I don't even know. Maybe they'll keep him for another year. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if it was the athletic director that fired John Sandler. I don't know. I literally don't know. But that just is just one of the examples of why I almost feel like giving up on UNLV, because they're just not the same. They are not the same like they were maybe 10 years ago. Well, not 10 years ago. They were shit then. 12 years ago, and then just moving back. They've just never been the same. And it's just so frustrating, and it gets fans like me pissed off. Absolutely pissed off. Because your entire team just changes. Entire team. It's not just the players. It's not just the coaches. It's everything around it as well. I'll end it here. That's the end of it. I'm just mad. I'm mad right now. And I should be. But next time I'll record will be Tuesday, February 25th. So that's in 3 days. That's at 7 p.m. So I might have the video out at 10. Who knows? This video will probably go out at like 11-ish. But yeah, I'm mad. Hopefully we don't screw it up against the Spartans. But I'll make another video Tuesday, February 25th.